All right.
What's going on? This is Bree from WRSU Rutgers Radio, and I'm here with Yungblud.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm really hyped.
Yeah, how's Warped Tour going?
Insane, man. I'm having the best time.
You make a lot of friends. So.
Yeah, man. It's been crazy. As I said, it was a bit of a mental night the other night. Simple Plan said they love my album and asked me to go on stage with them the other night, so I just kind of blew my mind. And it's sick meeting like loads of new bands and kind of. The best thing for me is like the connection I can get with the fans, man. That's the best. Like it's just so instantaneous all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Has it grown like as you've been on the tour? Have you noticed like more and more people recognizing you?
It's kind of crazy, man. Like this is the first time I've been to the States in some places. Like 400 or 500 people turning up and singing the words, and I'm just like to everything. I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Just like baffles me. Do you know what I mean? Which is amazing.
Is this also like the first tour that you've been on that's kind of like this, where it's so like where it's every day and?
To be honest, no. But this is like a circus. It's sick, man. Like we pack up a festival every night and travel it, and then put it back up the next day.
Without the animals.
Yeah, without it. Well, I'm an animal. I'm a lion.
Oh, okay.
Everyone-
Are you a Leo?
Yeah, I am.
So speaking of your album, what were some of your musical inspirations like as you were writing that album?
It was kind of it was an accumulation between hip hop and rock and roll. You know what I mean? I think I wanted to do something new, and I think I want to do something that talks about issues that are straight up. I think everyone like kind of tiptoes around subjects right now, treading on eggshells, but I just wanted to be straight up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for me, I wanted to mix rock and roll and hip hop together because I think rock and roll is on a bit of life support right now because a lot of people are representing it. It's just like four idiots in leather jackets on stage singing about nothing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And I just was like, I need to spruce it up a bit. So I was listening to a lot of the Arctic Monkeys. I was listening to a lot of early hip hop. I was listening to Busta Rhymes, Eminem, a lot of new stuff as well. Kanye West, Jessie Reyez, Billie Eilish. I love girls like that. I think the accumulation of different stuff. I just want to I don't want to be genre defined, man. I think genre is just such an old way of thinking. Do you know what I mean? Music's music to me. You know what I mean?
So being on a tour where it's like you're kind of known for like being pop punk and rock, like do you feel like there's a lot of other artists that are also starting to kind of genre bend? And
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what's so sick. I think at the end of the day, yeah, it's like pop punk in inverted commas, but it's not, man. It's the energy behind it that makes it Warped Tour. It's that fundamental lack of fear to be yourself. Do you know what I mean? I think like this outlet and this album, I want to be an outlet for people who feel like they can't be themselves or can't say what they think. And that's what Warped Tour is about as well. Do you know what I mean? I think it's about freedom, you know what I mean, and having a lack of fear to express yourself no matter what anybody else thinks.
Yeah, and so like a lot of people describe music as an escape from reality. So like I think that's why a lot of songs are about, you know, maybe like lighter like subjects, and your songs kind of cover a lot of heavier subjects and really like what's going on in the real world. So do you still kind of see your music as an escape, or is it like, you know, how would you describe it?
It's both, man. It is an escape. On the one hand, it is an escape to relate to somebody else talking about it from my perspective. You know what I mean? For somebody else listening to my music, but it's about real stuff. So I wanted to mix it up. You know what I mean? Because I think like politics has never been more relevant, and young people right now, we're so intelligent. We're not just bratty kids rebelling against the system for rebelling against the system's sake anymore. You know what I mean? People, that's a naive way of thinking. We're so intelligent, we have access to so much information, we're not stupid. You know what I mean? And people say, oh yeah, you're right about politics and stuff in your music. Is that going to switch young people off? I'm like, you clearly don't know young people, because right now we're so tapped into the world we're living in. You know what I mean? And it's sick, but at the same time, man, my music is fun. And like at my shows, a happy environment. You know what I mean? We're all pissed off and we're all kind of shouting towards a greater world, but it's all solidarity, man. We're all jumping about together. It's sick.
Yeah. So how do you kind of go about like turning those maybe like more tragic events or just like things going on in politics into an upbeat song? Like, does that just come naturally to you, or?
Yeah, I just make it catchy. Make it catchy, make it fun, because I don't want to preach to anyone, you know what I mean? I think my whole life I've been preached to, you know what I mean? I'm just saying what I think. I ain't got the answers. I'm not Mother Teresa or Jesus, you know what I mean? I'm just a young person saying what I think.
Yeah.
And all I want to do is encourage people to say what they think. I don't want to tell them what to think. And with it, man, yeah, just make the songs catchy, make them upbeat, because I don't want to be a 70-year-old man in a Def Leppard t-shirt down a pub singing about Margaret Thatcher. Do you know what I mean? That's not what I want to be.
Did you have a mentor kind of like on this journey, maybe back in London, who kind of said you can do that, or like you can do that with your music?
It was my management company, for one. Declan Morell was such a massive part in that. My manager, Jamie Rose Fowler, Thomas Armby, and my mate Ben Jackson, actually, when I was really young. Just said, you could just be yourself, man, because that's what's going to make you different.
Off of your album, what songs do you think like most people have been able to relate to, or like is there like a particular one or two right now that you're just like getting out there and you're so excited to perform?
Yeah, man, it's kind of crazy. Like initially I was like, oh, it's probably going to be I Love You, You Marry Me, because that's been on the radio a bit, but it's weird, like every show they know every lyric to every song, and that's just blowing my mind. Do you know what I mean? And I just can't believe it. But there's been a real big reaction to Medication, I think. I don't know why. I mean, it's about a heavy subject. It's about living in a heavily medicated society. But I think the chorus, man, everyone just loves it. Also, Kill Somebody off the album. I think that's about anxiety. You know what I mean? That's kind of the first time I took something down and kind of spoke about like a dark place in my head. Do you know what I mean? And it was cool. It's just mad to see the amount of people. Like, I'm getting thousands of DMs a day on my Instagram from people saying like, your music's providing with answers.
It's community.
Yeah, and that's it, man. That's what I'm building. I think artists can be so entitled right now and be like, I'm on stage and you're below me. But I feel like for the first time in my life I'm being heard. I'm not shouting into a dark room anymore. You know what I mean? I'm having a conversation with my fans, and that means so much to me, you know?
Yeah, so it definitely makes sense, and that's amazing that so many people are reaching out to you and just like you're creating that community, even though it's like it seems like it's in your DMs. It's definitely out there as well.
And it's that meeting the fans. That's why I Walk Tour so good. And after every show, man, and every set I'm in, I do meet and greets, because how can I talk about what write about and talk about what I'm talking about in my music if I don't want to meet people? That's what it's about for me.
Yeah.
Because they inspire me, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And you've been invited on stage with a few different artists so far. So speaking of like, I guess collabing on Warped Tour, are there any artists that you just dream of collaborating with in the future?
Yeah, man, there is artist collabs coming in the future.
Oh, they've already come true.
I can't tell.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of it's out of the box. You're not gonna expect it, but I can't wait for you to tune in and see what happens.
Are they happening on the road, or you already?
Both.
Okay. Whoa. Any last words that you would like to say to people who might not have heard your music yet, or fans?
Hello, I'm Yungblud. I just dropped my debut album, and this is an outlet for people. If you feel like you can't be yourself, if you can't say what you think, you can. Your voice is important. Be yourself no matter what. And I'll see you at a show very soon. I can't wait.